related to aggressiveness is bad boys seem to be able to integrate every one of their emotions into their life. I notice like a lot of nicer guys will kind of pride themselves on being harmless. Um, you know, just they think, oh, so and so girl, left her boyfriend because he abused her. And then you think, okay, the man thinks, okay, well, I'll be the most harmless man that I can possibly be and totally disarm myself with power, confidence, and strength, and then she'll feel safe around me. But I don't think that's how women think. You know, there's a reason she went for that abusive guy. It's not that she wanted to be abused, but she saw strength in him. It's just he just took it too far. And so I think that ideally a woman wants a man who is strong but can control it around her, which is why you have to have discipline with your strength, which is why you know rather than telling somebody F you if they pissed you off, which is just going to start a fight, you have to know other phrases that are more civilized, such as I don't tolerate people talking to me like that, or you can make your point without being condescending, or some other sort of phrase that is more civilized and isn't gonna get you into complete trouble like a fight, but still shows strength. So that's more how you play the middle ground, because the bad boy is just gonna get himself in all sorts of trouble, cause enemies, um, you know, just ruin his own reputation by basically doing whatever he wants, and you know, possibly end up going to jail. The most disagreeable bad boys will just join a gang and go and shoot people or whatever, but which is terrible. But that's why you want to play the middle ground. You don't want to be involved in stuff. You want to be, or in bad things, you still want to be disciplined to an extent, and you want to be civilized and understand that your strength, should be used to protect people and basically, to have a good life. Um, with using their aggression, you know, the bad boy, as far as using their aggression to protect, the bad boy, often looks for predators in, you know, that could potentially threaten his relationship with his woman. You see that, for example, in the movie series Twilight, like Edward Cullen. He's always there, like when Belle, I think is her name, or Bella. Yeah, I think her name is Bella. He's always there right when Bella needs him. He will just pop out of nowhere, and like he looks to try to see who's a predator. And like he fends Jacob off, like even though he's not too controlling. A super bad boy will end up getting so controlling that he'll be jealous about everything. Every type of guy that comes into her space, he'll get jealous about it. And I think that's ultimately what would make a woman leave a bad boy. End up actually seeing him as needy. And then on the other hand, the ultra nice guy will be like, oh, it's okay, you can have all your male friends and go out to dinner with them, and you can text all your male friends. I'm not controlling. They say, I'm not controlling. I'll let you do whatever you want. These very modern men, I guess they're like modern male feminists, I guess, will just let the women do whatever they want. And if you want to be more in the middle ground, you have to identify, who is like a predator to your woman, who's trying to get with her, who's trying to, manipulate your relationship on the outside. And this, man who's balanced between the bad boy and the good guy will fend them off. Like they will tell the girl, hey, you got to get rid of this guy, this guy can't come around anymore, he keeps hitting on you, and I told him to stop. And be balanced about it, not ultra jealous but also protective. I think that that's a big thing, that you're gonna have to do if you want to be between the bad boy and the good, this ultra nice guy. When it comes to the idea of integrating all your emotions, this basically means that you have positive emotions and negative. This doesn't mean that you're just positive all the time. If a more nice guy goes on a date, he's gonna say, I love this place, I love the atmosphere, the waitering was good, the movie was good, the weather is great today, my friends are awesome, my family's awesome. They're just gonna be positive over and over and over and over again. It's very predictable, and it's probably not authentic. So, if you're a super logical person, you would think, okay, if I just continue to be positive around people, they'll enjoy my presence. But it's not really true. Sometimes you got to give your opinions, and sometimes you got to be polarizing. Like, if you say, like, I love McDonald's hamburgers, but I hate their fries. I love rainy weather or sunny weather, but I hate it when it's too hot. I love Mustangs, but I hate old ones. I don't know. However you would say it. To have negativity also. To express your negativity is authentic, and it signals strength, because negative emotion, there's strength in it. Because your strength is going to come from both sides, the thing you love and the thing you hate, things that you hate, because those are your things that you're convicted on, and you got to express those if you want to be able to have an identity. Another thing about bad boys is that they don't really rely on their accomplishments to get women. They just go after the woman if they like her. Even if they were homeless, they would try to shoot their shot. If they're rich, they try to shoot their shot, but they don't make it necessarily about their accomplishments. They just try and use authentic desire and expression to get the woman. Just telling her what they want. Yeah. Guys that are too nice will often, maybe try to use their degree or their income to get a woman, and it just doesn't really seem like, it is good, but if you're going to try to barter in a logical way to get into a relationship, I don't think the woman is really going to enjoy that. So you got to play the middle ground a little bit more, where you can just pursue her with just a good vibe, and yeah, your income will help keep you in the race, but pursue her with a good vibe and authentic desire, and I think that will be a good mix if you do have a good income. Bad boys don't really care about, I would say, being PC. They just go off what feels natural, I would say. Like, the bad boy doesn't think like that it's sexist if the woman is cooking for him all the time, or running errands for him, or cleaning his house, or whatever. Like, he doesn't really think like that. I think many nicer guys are like, oh, is that sexist? Oh, is that, I don't want to be a misogynist. Like, the bad boy will just kind of just do whatever feels natural. And if you're, I think in my experience, women actually enjoy to serve a man. That's actually where they find their most joy, and if they're not doing that, they're actually unsettled. So that's the position I take on it. But anyways, I'm saying all these traits that I believe bad boys are, but these are the traits that I think you want to make do if you want to stay in the middle ground and actually be somebody that your partner will want to stay with for a long term. Because the nice guy, the woman will just get bored with her because he's just trying to self-preserve through agreeableness, basically, through just agreeing with everything she says and morphing his identity to her. And yeah, but if you can play the middle ground, you can be disagreeable, but you can also be civilized and understand that you can't just go off the handle with your aggressiveness and disagreeableness. One note that I want to give is basically that is that you have to be socially calibrated. Like, your disagreeableness can't just be like random. You know, you can't be like a total edgelord. Like, you can't just wake up one day and be like, F clothes, I'm gonna be a rebel, I'm gonna leave my house with no clothes, and I'm gonna eat spaghetti for breakfast. Like, you can't just be like totally like random in your disagreeableness. You have to still like be socialized, you know. And then the other element to it is that you have to be aware that you're disagreeing. Like, you know, a lot of people who are like autistic or, you know, on the spectrum will like disagree with people, but they're not necessarily even aware that they're doing it. Like, they're just like, you have to be socially aware. Like, you know, you can't be saying things like, you know, that you don't like your boss's outfit or something like that on the day that they're hiring you or something like that. Like, you have to be socially aware. You can't just be disagreeing and just saying everything that you want to say, because that just comes off as, I don't know, yeah, I guess socially immature. I've been there, you know. I've said things that I thought, dang, I should not have said that. You know, that was not the good type of disagreeableness. That was not the good type of novel comment, you know. But yeah, that's my thoughts on disagreeableness and bad boys. So to answer the question, I think that there are traits that women go after in bad boys. There's some theories that I've heard, you know, women like a man that they can fix, and women like, you know, yeah, a man that they can fix. And I don't know much about that theory. I suppose it's true. I mean, but I think if you're a regular person and you show who you are, like I said, to show all of your emotions, you know, to even show the negative emotions, then women, even if you're not a total bad boy, then women still will see things in you that they can fix. When a nice guy tries to portray himself as totally perfect, maybe it does bore her because there's nothing that she can work on in you. I don't know. But I think that all people have a dark side, and I don't think it necessarily makes you more of a sinner or anything like that just to show your dark side. You know, because what's the difference? You know, if it's already kind of in you, it's not necessarily bad to talk about it, your negative emotions. But yeah, I think that we can play the middle ground, and that women will be attracted long term, because the women long term, they can't really, you know, create kids with these ultra bad boys, and they may cope by feeling safe with the nice guy, and they may go from bad boy to nice guy over and over and over again, trying to find homeostasis. But ultimately, they'll find that long-term homeostasis if you're playing the middle ground. So, have a good night, y'all. Peace out.